Monday night, ladies and gentlemen, that means the flagship show. We have got all kinds of news stories, BS talk, and the market report, of course, pickups. Thanks for hanging out.
Tales from the Flipside. Flipside.
What up, everybody? It is getting closer and closer to that time of year. Holidays are upon us. You guys get all your Christmas shopping done?
Of course not.
No. Extra pickups after, either before or after Spider-Man on Friday.
Oh yeah,
because it's
going to see Spider-Man.
It's at the mall, and like I don't walk through the mall that much. More of a buy shit on the internet kind of guy, and but we figure we can find some trinkets for the kids or whoever needs them, while simultaneously knocking out a 3D Spidey on Friday.
Man, I've been suffering from the worst fucking migraines, and I don't think I can do 3D Spidey. I'm gonna have to wait on that shit.
I've got a migraine right now.
So do I, bro. So do I. I'm living with you, bro. It's been
the Monday migraine is real.
Yeah, it is rough. Thanks for everybody that's joining us. I see 31 live. I think this is funny. So what are the odds that Nico paid this chick to do this, or that he's actually getting his pee-pee wet and he said, "Hey, tell these guys this. They'll think I'm actually getting laid." So shout out to everybody in the live chat. So all right, you guys, what happened this week that I haven't talked about 5 times already? Into the Spider-Verse 2, we already kind of talked about that. We got really deep with that with DeVoe. I think we did on the show. But I think a lot of people are still jumping in on that game. I think we probably ought to talk a little bit more about that in the show. What else do we have? We have some new shows coming up. Sounds like there's a new Batman show, and we lost a big artist, a big creator, or we haven't lost him yet. But the news came out that he's got pancreatic cancer, so that basically means done deal. Fuck cancer, and that is in the first 3 minutes. It's just it's a bummer, but I think we all got pretty good George Perez short stories, right? At least memories of him. I got a cool little article that talked about all the universes and things that he's created and stuff like that, and it's hard to think about all the stuff that he's been part of over the years for both major and minor publishers. So
no, absolutely, he was a busy man. He did a shit ton of everything.
Yeah. At least he was making money on it at the end too, which is nice. So, all right. So what do you guys want to talk about first here? How about this one? I like this one. This is interesting here. I was telling Z about this before the show. Gotham Knights TV series framing a, quote, rebellious adopted son for Batman's murder in the works. A Gotham Knights TV series which will follow Batman's rebellious adopted son is in the works at CW. Oh, what do you guys? That kind of smells like Damian, right? It smells a little like Damian. Yeah, I know, but maybe they're just saying that. Like, who else is it? You think it's going to be Jason Todd? You think they're going to do a Red Hood show?
I would have thought so, but they just ran him through Titans. But I mean, that's the other. I mean, it
says here, casting details and a release date were not announced. It's also unclear who the, quote, rebellious adopted son is. In the comics, Batman has no shortage of rebellious children and sidekicks, including Jason Todd, Red Hood, Damian Wayne, Robin.
I mean, it could be Nightwing. Truthfully, it'd be weird, but could be.
Well, here's the good news. It says Arrowverse overlord Greg Berlanti will also executive produce along with Arrowverse producer Sarah Schechter and David Madden. And the Arrowverse was like the crown jewel of anything on CW, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it could
that's
be
good news.
It could be any of them. It could be freaking Signal. It could be.
What's
frick, who knows?
what's the internet speculating on? What books are getting bought up?
That's a great question. This just came out 4 hours ago. So DC is cold, man. Well, people have been buying Damian books. I've been seeing more Damian books. That Batman book sell $6.55, right?
I saw. I was looking for the market report recently. I didn't even connect it, but there was a 9.8 of Drake sold. So people are just guessing.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're going somewhere else with Tim Drake these days, though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And I mean,
well, actually,
if it's TV, it seems like Damien's a logical guess. But I mean, if they do the adopted son, maybe that's just because they want to change Batman's backstory a little more than they want to change Damien's backstory. I know where some copies are of some Damien stuff, and I just looked it up, and none of it's sold today.
Well, thinking about it though, I mean, if you're looking for TV friendly and new DC, maybe Drake makes the most sense.
Maybe,
but I mean, they have to start so far in the mythology then.
Well, I think this is what a lot of people are thinking right now. Just give us a damn show. We want something.
We'd be so disappointed with a Batman show.
Yeah, to be honest, I liked Gotham fine enough. It wasn't something that I had to, religiously watch, but I thought they did a really good job. Catwoman was great as a kid. That the kid did a pretty good Bruce. I like that show. They did a decent job, especially for being it, confined to whatever the TV equivalent of PG-13 or whatever is. I don't know. So I thought that was good. And then you never saw Batman once, right? And that it was like a shadow in like the end of it or something, maybe, if I remember correctly. But it definitely didn't get all the way to.
Yeah, he was too young, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is, I think if it was a true Batman show, we would just be disappointed all the time. There is nothing in it for DC to do that. Like, he's too big for TV. That's why you got to stick with the sidekicks, or you got to have him adjacent. Like, even in Titans, I don't know that we've ever really seen him in costume. We get a Bruce Wayne, but not really a Batman, I don't think. Maybe a couple flashbacks.
I've never seen Titans, and I saw the actor who was playing Bruce Wayne. I'm like, I thought that was Alfred at first because the guy is just so old.
What's the guy from Game of Thrones?
Yeah, I thought he was Alfred.
Well, it's supposed to be.
It turns out he was Bruce Wayne. I'm like, holy shit!
Be an old Bruce Wayne, though.
That's a little too old, player.
Wait, which dude is it? I don't even know which guy was playing him.
It was
Titans. It's the guy who was in love with Danny, and that got the scales. Remember when he was going through the river and he got all the scales on him?
Oh, so
he was dying. Yeah, he was dying from it. Yeah.
Oh, that dude. All right.
Yeah. I thought that brother was Alfred. I'm like, he's Bruce Wayne. Get the fuck out of here. They fucking up now. Nah, I'm good. I'm good on Titans. Never. Could have
been a Batman Beyond. Speaking of Batman Beyond, have you guys been seeing that? Is that moving at all? Maybe that might be getting some love.
I haven't seen it.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
It could.
DC always has so many pots in the fire. You never know what's actually going to come about.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. That's not doing anything crazy.
I can't say I've watched anything on CW, other than Stargirl in a couple years now, just because I find it rough.
Do you guys know about this? I never heard about this.
I've heard it mentioned.
Sean
Topher's definitely mentioned it.
That one, I mean, it's probably. Is it on that the comic book invest list that I assume someone did? That's Tim's sale, so take it for what it's worth.
Yeah,
because he saw Yeah,
I love Tim.
there
Don't get me wrong,
is,
but that is, I've never even heard of that. That is awesome. I don't remember that at all. I just
What a-
happened to look it up when I was looking up the Batman Beyond stuff, and I saw it.
I didn't even realize one of the other ones, and I bought where'd it go? Toons Animation Magazine, a Wizard from 1998 and 99.
Yeah,
I've been looking for that.
Yeah, I just a friend just sent me a link. I just got one off eBay
Nice.
for not very much money, and
so
it shipped. And most of them are listed at like $1,000 or $2,000.
Ooh.
wow.
So anyway, and it looks like it'll be here by tomorrow. So that's good.
Good. That's awesome. Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, this is kind of leads me segues into my next thing that I forgot about that I want to talk about the show. So I'm doing a WhatNot sale last night or on Saturday.
You don't even know what night it is anymore.
Yeah, I know, right? And there is a book that I'm selling, and I've talked about here before. It's the Marvel Knights Wave 2 preview comic with first Yelena, where the inside it shows her, like them coming up with her and all that stuff. I'll show you guys a cover of it. It was really cool, even though it kind of turned out kind of shitty. The whole link of each day of how it worked was kind of cool. This is the book I'm talking about. So I was selling it, and I'll pull out the books. Like if there's something cool in a book and I want to show people, I'll open it up and show them, so they see what's in it. So they know, hey, this is actually in here, if it's a first appearance or some shit. So I'm opening it up and showing, hey, yeah, here's the first Yelena. Usually I just go straight to the first Yelena page, right? And I'm doing that, and all of a sudden I see this. Right? I see this. And before this, it says Daredevil by David Mack on the page before it. And this is all David Mack talking about his new Daredevil run, right? Mm-hmm. And I instantly think it's Echo, right? I'm like, holy shit, is that supposed to be Echo? What is that? Is that supposed to be Echo? And I didn't read it or anything. I'm just in the moment. I'm like, that's not, no way that's Echo. I'm like, if this is Echo, when did this come out? And we figured out on Saturday night that it came out like almost a year before Daredevil 9. So we were all geeked out, right? Well, fucking turns out it's David Mack and he's talking about Kabuki, right? I should have known that. How terrible is that, man? I should have fucking known that. But still, for anybody who is on the search for that book, shout out to Peanuts who picked it up. He was super stoked. He's like, Discovery? But yeah, man, that was a bummer, but it was kind of cool. It was kind of cool. You never know what you're gonna see in those magazines anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Is that Yelena with her face blocked out on the cover?
Yeah, it's her on the cover, and then in the inside, there's like 3 pages that talk about her. Yeah, it's J.G. Jones. They're interviewing J.G. Jones and the writer. Mm-hmm. So for those of you guys that don't know, that's in the it comes in the same package as Marvel 90, and Marvel number 90 has 2. Remember, Marvel 90 has 2 covers, so multiple cornbread information tonight for you guys.
J.G. Jones, friend of the show.
Yeah, amen. Shout out to J.G. Jones. Hopefully he's got a great holiday this year. Sounded like he was really looking forward to it. Anyway, shout out to everybody in the chat. 111 people live with us right now. That's a pretty sweet number. Make sure you play that number if it's if you got your numbers team around anywhere. That's a good number. Maybe not. Thanks for hanging out. Make sure to hit that like button. What else? You guys got anything else going on this week? Any cons? Was there any cons this weekend that you guys went to? Anybody go to any cons? There was a big con this weekend, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, there was a big one. I don't think anybody else got to go.
No. Was it the one in LA? Which one was it?
C2E2.
Oh shit, C2E2.
You live the closest.
I don't even go to it because most years I hear it's all entertainment, but I bet this year that there's no entertainment, so it's all comics.
Yeah,
It's usually It also throws me off because it's almost always March, April.
So I always get a kick out of Comic Man Andy.
I did see my Chamber of Chills that I sold at Baltimore was resold to the guy that was at our booth the whole damn time that bought everything else. Yeah.
So he bought it afterwards. He probably paid more for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Comic Man Andy, here he is. He was going crazy on the good old WhatNot, selling books live from WhatNot, but everybody was going crazy for this book right here. You guys see that?
Yeah.
That's the good old Omni-Man Invincible book. I saw it personally. I saw it sell for like 1,100.
I saw one sell for 16 somewhere.
Yeah, Big Clutch sold one for like 1,100 that day. Comic Man Andy sold one for like 700 that day, and then what'd you say? Somebody sold one for 1,600.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
I get it's rare, but I'm like, you can get the first print at a decent grade in that price.
Yeah.
Look, man, just ride the wave.
Yeah.
I don't get
it. I don't get it, man. People are spending money on crazy stuff, man.
What's on the back of that one? Is there sellers on that one too?
I believe so.
The new sellers? They give us OGs. Put our names on there again.
Yeah, hook it up. Big Clutch also was there. Shout out to Big Clutch. Love Big Clutch. I think let's see if I can show it. At some point, he had the Omni-Man there. Let's see here. He's going to show it. There we go. Get a little bit better picture of it. So anyways, that book is flying off the shelves. And here's my question, right? So this book is going crazy. What do you think that the first one is going for? If this one's going for 1,600, what do you think's happening to the first one?
I mean, what'd you sell it for, Sean? 9?
What?
8 or 9?
I think the foil and mine went for 8 or 9. And it was a donation one that was about as expensive as a book went. And I will say, because some of the very, very top books for mine, I think might have got slightly watered down because there was a lot of people spending a good amount of money and you literally can't buy it all.
Yeah, I think the top books people got some deals, but
yeah, the top, the very tops. So that was, but it was something like that, and it was and it's a great book. It's really gorgeous in person. Like I really want the foil just to have it.
Yeah,
I mean it helps because it says Big Leg on the back, obviously. So that's kind of the main draw. I do have they did give me the sketch and the regular right here. I've got. Which is cool. And I mean, people just really like the cover. I mean, even it goes to show. So
a friend of foil to the search.
I'm going to.
Yeah. So the what's it called? Even one of my buddies, who happens to never read a comic, never owned a comic until he actually bought a couple in my charity auction, and he called me that day and he said, "What are those?" Because he doesn't understand the difference between a virgin cover and like a regular cover. So he's like, "What do you think that Invincible print is so badass?" Because he watched the show and he liked the show. And he's like, "That print's so awesome. What do you think that's gonna go for?" I was like, "It's gonna go for a few hundred, man. It's also it's not a print. It's a comic book." He's like, "But it doesn't have the name on it." You know what I mean? So that's just sort of like a taste test, like a blind taste test. You know what I mean?
Not much moving on eBay.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to. It's like gold foil. Yeah, a 9.2 went for 15, and that'd probably be the higher graded one because of the foil, unless there was dents in it. The one I got was perfect, but I've only seen the one that I held. But I pressed and cleaned up the other ones. They all got, because the black cover was stacked on the white. So they all got a tiny bit of black on the front. That's just you can get it off, but it's on every copy. And so also I heard CGC knows that. So it's one of those things where like they're in the business of making money and grading books. So when they know they all have the same flaw, they just somehow don't judge the flaw. So there's that thing, which is fine. I don't give a shit. It is
I
what it
don't
is.
know. I don't know if I've ever asked. What's the print run on that?
150.
150 on the foil. I think 1500
Wow.
for the trade. The Virgin sketch is the second smallest. I want to say it's like 300.
Yeah.
The other Virgin is like 500. Yeah, it just goes down. So there's only 150 of those foils.
Well,
And
here's the crazy thing, and like you said, Sean, it not only is the Invincible part foil, the blood is foil.
Yeah,
right?
the blood is the coolest part by
So
far.
cool.
Yeah,
So
the blood,
cool.
the blood, like you really get a reaction to it. Actually, looks better and not in a bag and board because I decided to check it out.
So this thing is just flying now. $1,600 raw, you guys. Not 9.8. It's not 9.8.
The first auction
Raw.
they dropped in Big Clutch ran, and I thought, and they're in the blind bags, and I was like, yeah, you know what? If I can get out of here for a couple $100, everything went for 350, 400, even, and not everyone, not a, and there was only like 6 foils in there or something like that, and they were going so high, and I was like, I don't know what to think of this, but I'm not really. I don't generally buy like $600 blind bags, and this was no exception. You know what I mean? I figure I'll get a copy someday, somehow. When people forget, but yeah, I don't know.
People have short memories.
They do well on that. Nobody gets screwed. You just have to have the viewers. Like, you know, like I said, mine got a little bit diluted because I got copies from WhatNot, and I got Big Clutch's copies also.
You also sold 130 books, most of which were, you know, your average book was a 9.8 something.
Yeah, that was kind of ridiculous.
Well,
you had a lot. You sold 10K. That's a lot of money to get watered down.
It was 15, but like 14.7. So yeah, it was fun.
Justin Shannon brings up something that definitely want to talk about, and Perfect Sagu is, you know, Kirkman doesn't. The thing about Kirkman is he usually doesn't do variants, right? You don't see very many variants out of Kirkman, and it's kind of weird. Now we're getting a couple variants out of Kirkman, which is great. I love it. But that's not the coolest Kirkman news this week. I mean, don't get me wrong, a $1,600 raw book is great, but this is what I'm looking forward to. Robert Kirkman in talks to acquire G.I. Joe and Transformers publishing license. That would be awesome. If G.I. Joe and Transformers are going to go anywhere, I'd love to see them go to Image, Skybound. I'd love to see even Kirkman write some G.I. Joe stuff. Like,
yeah, I could see him more G.I. Joe than Transformers.
Oh yeah, man.
I think he's a Transformers fan because I remember this was years ago. He tweeted out the 1986 animated movie had aired, and he actually tweeted it out like, "Oh, you got to go watch it." So I don't know. He might be a Transformers fan.
I know. I just can see his style fitting a little better with G.I. Joe.
Yeah,
you know,
I agree. Think of like that's what I want though, right? We want a darker, grittier G.I. Joe. I know I do. That's what I want. I've always said I want Tarantino G.I. Joe. You know, that's what gives Tarantino writing G.I. Joe and directing G.I. Joe.
Instead of Magic Mike G.I. Joe.
Instead of Magic Mike G.I. Joe. Yeah. Speaking of making money. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I'm seeing the sub lines right there. It was kind of crazy them keeping all the that's probably a later topic, but the post credit scenes and the Yelena show up this week. But yeah, I'd like to see Kirkman on either of these would probably be a lot of fun.
Didn't that lose some other licenses up for grabs, or am I making that up?
Who? Yeah, they IDW lost a Star Wars one.
Well, I know, but is there more tied to the G.I. Joe's Transformers, or is that it? I thought there was some more stuff bundled in there.
I think it's just that, right? Or is there more in the Hasbro IP?
Yeah, there's a Mask. There's My Little Pony.
Yeah, then they've got to be going too.
Oh shit, My Little Pony's probably big fucking money.
Well, we should find out from Tony Fleece, man. Calling Tony Fleece. Where you at?
So is Robert Kirkman going to be Kevin Feigeing the comic book universe of Transformers and G.I. Joe?
I hope so.
Go with me.
Yeah, hell yeah, I'm down for it. Kirkman's a badass, man. He's got season 2 of Invincible coming. Doesn't he have some type of deal with Amazon? Could we see a G.I. Joe series on Amazon? I'll take even G.I. Joe animation again. Give me G.I. Joe animation again. I'm cool with that.
It wouldn't tie into that though. It's his exclusive like content, not that would be a separate licensing thing. I mean, not to make that he couldn't make a deal with them, but it would be tied separately.
John Z is a brony. We're all bronies, bro.
I'm just watching out for Paul, guys.
I've bought My Little Ponies cover.
Rom would be interesting.
Rom and Silverhawks.
Oh, I bought stuff for my niece. I want to take her to the con. I give her money, and she goes to My Little Pony into Funkos. She's grown. She's like 13 now. I don't think she likes either anymore, but she did until just the other day.
That's funny, man. So we'll see. I think that's going to be cool. Just to get some cool GI Joe stuff going on. I know a lot of people were saying that they're bummed because it probably means that Larry Hama is done writing GI Joe again because IDW brought him back to write all those issues. But how many people are really reading that series? Right? Probably not many. Unfortunately, I'm a GI Joe fan and I don't read it.
I just feel like they kind of have done so much stuff there that I don't know.
Yeah, and it's not like you ever hear like, there's the new G.I. Joe character. It's like, no, they're killing somebody. Drew a badass Snake Eyes cover, and that's the spec on it.
Yeah, I don't need new characters. Honestly, a reboot, I think on these kind of IPs like this, reboots aren't bad. Sometimes you just got to start over.
Yeah, I agree.
Like sometimes you're telling too many stories and it just goes too far. You run out of shit to say.
Unfortunately, G.I. Joe is kind of like Marvel in the sense that they've done that 4 times or 3 times.
I don't think that's a bad thing to a degree if you're kind of restarting for a generation. Because like G.I. Joe doesn't restart every year. It's 5-10 years between these reboots, and you're kind of rebooting for a new audience, new generation, new introduction. I don't mind that where, we've run the story. We need to restart because we've just told all the stories we can here. Let's reboot these characters for a purpose. Not just we want issue number 1s again.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Because Transformers, there were some versions that had been dog turd versions, but then there've been some people that started it right and people love it.
Well, I forget where I was talking about it, but we were talking about what if IDW they're losing all this, what if they lose Turtles, right? Where could we see Turtles going? Do you see a big company like Marvel's trying to pick up that license? Do you see them going to Image,
I don't see Marvel chasing it unless they can get everything, They'd want all the rights.
By the way, Image Turtles are somewhat decently kept secret. You see Image Turtles, buy them, just trust me.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I would be bummed out to see Turtles not be on a independent type publisher.
Yeah.
And somebody had mentioned that they thought it might be cool to see Turtles in the Marvel universe. And I'm like, I don't know, maybe.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
Well,
Turtles. Let them go be Turtles. They got a turtle.
They run out of options in the true, kind of the bigger brands that can carry some of these. Because Dark Horse is trying to be sold. They're not in the market right now. And what's a Boom floating around?
Yeah.
Then you've got the really, really independents that I don't think have the cash flow to make these happen.
Yeah.
Who's going to do it?
Well, Boom just got their biggest title ever, so their biggest hit.
I got it.
How much does it cost to license these properties?
Dinesh is going to get the Turtles.
Dinesh, come on, buddy.
Oh, God.
You want to market
those
bad boys. We need the best.
That's a great idea.
How much does it cost to license
I'm out of
these
here.
properties.
Costanza out.
So what are you saying? Turtles is a bad idea? Or-
No,
Hey,
not
you can
bad
grab
idea.
turtles,
Just
too.
Nash just starts his next thing.
Yeah.
You need a hype man. He's the hype man.
that's the only thing. Turtles don't need a hype man.
Yeah, that'd be great for turtles. I was thinking you were talking about GI Joe. It'd be even better for turtles. I think that is a great place for
Well,
turtles
there's not
to go.
that many places for him to land, man.
Yeah,
Let's let a man that's gonna.
How much does Eastman own?
Push him.
that's a great question. I have no idea.
I mean,
we usually have a turtles fan that knows that stuff.
He's
but-
clearly still heavily involved. You know.
Yeah.
David Samuelson's Turtle hasn't had a good issue in years. What about Ronin? What are you kidding me? Ronin's great.
People seem to like them. People seem to like all their books sell, and I have to pay attention to my friends. Yeah, with this Jenica deal, I've got a little stack of turtles on my grading pile over there.
Yeah,
That last Ronin reinvigorated turtles.
Yeah, and all those, man. There were a bunch of there's tons of store variants. It's hard for me to keep up some with some of the store stuff. I tend not to, but man, those I got a lot donated to that auction. Other than trying to ship them, thanks for everything except trying to ship those things and the oversized stuff. Run out of shit like that. But yeah, they all sold for really, really, really well. Sold really well.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into something kind of shitty, but it's cool to reminisce and talk about. Of course, George Perez has been diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, which is a bummer, and much respect going out to him and his family for that little thing that they put out talking about his thoughts on it, and how he doesn't want to let any time be lost to being sick or anything. He just wants to spend as much time with his family and that type of stuff. And man, that's crazy, but it's interesting to look back at his work, and especially while he's still alive, at least he's able to get some of his flowers before he passed, as they say. And I think we all kind of forget all the things that George Perez was part of or created. I brought up on one show that his very first pro work was a major key, first appearance of Deathlock, major key. That he was part of that book. So that's kind of cool. How many people's very first work is that big of a key book, or is even a book worthy of knowing about, right? Usually they're like, Adam Hughes is like Eagle 6, what, or Jim Lee, Samurai Santa, huh? And he was on the astonishing what was it, Astonishing Tales 23, is that what it was?
25, I think.
25.
Astonishing Tales 25.
Yeah, 25. He's a stud. He's an absolute stud. Here's Nico, another absolute stud in the house.
Look at him. He's all dressed fancy.
All dressed up and fancy. So in Infinity Gauntlet, right? He sets off phase 1 of the MCU and Infinity Gauntlet. Amazing. I remember going back to my storage locker, to pull out all my comics for the main reason of getting my Infinity Gauntlet run and my Crisis on Infinite Earth run signed by him when he came to Phoenix Comic-Con one year. And I still have those books. His autograph is amazing, beautiful, beautiful autograph. But of course, that's a big deal. He sets off probably the biggest money-making storyline in all of movies, right?
Yeah.
No doubt about it. Wonder Woman, huge part of Wonder Woman, definitive run at DC. He did that, what John was talking about earlier, with restarting the series. They restarted that series. He was part of that. A big part of that. Who doesn't, love those gorgeous covers that he did? Avengers, he did an amazing Avengers run, of course. Taskmaster, he was, another key character. How many key characters has he been part of? And then the most important to me, by far, right? New Teen Titans. was pretty cool that he finally was to make money off of them. He was bringing in big bucks. At that time, I saw him to get stuff signed, which was years ago. He was giddy like a little kid, talking about how much money he was making off of one check from Teen Titans. More money he's made on one check than he's made in 2 years of doing comic books. So pretty freaking cool. He was so giddy. And when you see George Perez and he's like really giddy, and then all of a sudden like this hot chick will walk by in a cosplay outfit, and he'll stop every conversation he has with somebody. He goes, hold on. He goes, will you take a picture? And he has that person take a picture of him and the cosplay chick. Giddy to the end, man. Shout out to George Perez.
Wow.
Yeah. So
always wore the best shirts.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. Had that little jar next to him whenever he was doing sketches, and he would charge like nothing for a sketch and just say, hey, put whatever money you want in the jar. Because he did that, there was like just stacks of money in this jar. It was smart. He did the ticket thing. He was the first person I ever know to do the ticket thing, where instead of standing in line, just get a ticket and go walk around the con. And when you have time and come back, see where your number is, where the number is that I'm doing. You could jump in line, and it's fucking smart as hell. But also Infinite Crisis on Infinite Earths, right? Game changing. When you go back and you look at the art in that series and all the characters that he drew for that series, absolutely amazing, astonishing. So pretty sad. And the other thing a lot of people have been talking about is he's one of those artists where his art didn't really get bad throughout the years, right? I mean, some of these guys, as they get older, their art doesn't get better. It just stagnates. It kind of stays the same for whatever reason. I think Neil Adams is kind of had that problem where that his art kind of just, it feels like he's stuck in the 70s sometimes. I don't think that's the way with George Perez, but maybe
I hadn't even seen like it didn't deteriorate to bad. I'd seen him a couple years ago at Indy, and he's still doing pretty solid work.
Yeah,
he and Marv Wolfman were just such a tandem. They were like the modern DC, like Lee and Kirby. Did Crisis on Infinite Earth together, did Teen Titans together. I mean, wow.
Yeah. Shout out to all 171 watching. Hit that like button. Shout out Dollar. Yeah, I remember getting my autographs on those and then waiting the next year for Wolfman to come. And George Perez's autograph is so beautiful. It's like penmanship, right? Just gorgeous. And then Wolfman's is just ugh. Like after you see Wolfman's autograph on there, you're like, oh man,
you probably rates like I do.
This looked so fucking good. And then like shout out Mark Wolfman, I guess. What does that mean?
Who knows?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Shout out to Rob's Comics that says beautiful personality. He talked to everyone in line and took pictures free of charge. He did a story called Sirens that had some pretty line art. Hell yeah. Thanks, Rob, for the $10 super chat. Yeah, for sure. It's a bummer. It's sad.
Very sad.
Yeah. Go find his first work, his Astonishing Tales stuff. He also has some other stuff that's really cool. That's really.
Do you guys know what his first cover was?
George Perez?
Yeah.
Didn't he do? Wasn't the Astonishing Tales? Didn't he do work on that cover? No, maybe not.
Not the 25. I thought that forever until just like I don't know. I subbed the 9.8, which was fucking insane. I was like, I never thought that would ever happen. But it's Carter. You told me who drew the cover of that. Ron
Rich. I think I was just talking out of my ass. I wanted
to
say
you were right.
Rich Buckler.
Yep, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, he was his assistant in '73. So it
but
says
I, for
here.
We don't know who
it says he. Oh yeah, go ahead, brother.
I was just gonna say, for the life of me, I don't know what the first cover was. You figured it out?
Well, here it says Perez's first involvement with professional comics industry was as artist Rich Buckler's assistant in '73. He made his professional debut in Marvel Comics' Astonishing Tales 25 as penciler of an entitled 2-page satire of Buckler's character Deathlock. star of that comic's main feature. Soon Perez became a Marvel regular, penciling runs of Sons of Tiger, a serialized action adventure strip published in Marvel's long-running Deadly Hands of Kung Fu magazine. He also co-created White Tiger, a character that soon appeared in Marvel. So maybe it was on the magazine. Maybe that's what it was. Man, he is just all like, that's crazy. The characters that he's been part of is nuts. He drew the Korvac saga. Forget about the Korvac saga. That was great. Yeah, that's nuts. Just all over the place. Yes, Superman. We forget about Superman. What else? Anyways, I'm sure the chat can help us out with what his first cover was. I would love to hear that. That's one I do not know about. This is awesome. I do know what his first cover was. It was Terminator, the first book that he ever did. So Alex Ross is writing and illustrating his own graphic novel or his own book at Marvel, which is really cool because Alex Ross usually doesn't do writing and usually doesn't do interiors. And this looks like Alex Ross
it's really good usually.
Yeah. Well, this looks like Alex Ross had a great time with mushrooms this summer, and just
that stuff's beautiful.
Yeah, just found his. He lost his ego with DMT or something. He had an ayahuasca trip because this shit is awesome.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, actually, pretty excited about that.
But you can tell it's his. I mean, it's got his vibe.
Yeah.
With the very
everybody's old as shit.
Yeah, it really looks weathered. It looks like guys from the 20s and 30s, right? Looks like real men.
I'm wearing a comic book here, see?
Yeah.
Hey.
Problem is that Big Leg said to me, "Yeah, look when it's coming out, August of 2022, and it's a hardcover. It's not gonna be a series,
shit.
So it's a hardcover, which is even better.
Wow,
that's awesome. 64-page hardcover. Yeah." Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, maybe there'll only be one cover. You know what I mean?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Instead of like 74 variants.
Let Marvel milk it and do variants for the hardcover.
It says here, it's a rainy night in Manhattan and not a creature stirring except for Ben Grimm. When an intruder suddenly appears inside the Baxter building, the Fantastic Four find themselves surrounded by a swarm of invading parasites. These carrion creatures, composed of negative energy, come to Earth using a human host as a delivery system. But for what purpose and who is behind this untimely invasion? The Fantastic Four have no choice but to journey into the negative zone, an alien universe composed entirely of antimatter, risking not just their own lives, but the fate of the cosmos. Oh, yeah. Looks good. I'm all for it.
Yep.
Yeah, Dennis says still no Kingdom Come. I think it was UZ that was saying Kingdom Come probably shouldn't be done in any other way other than the graphic novel. Was that you?
Probably.
Yeah.
Seems like something I'd say about it.
I agree. I don't think Kingdom Come should be done as a movie or anything. I know Brandon Routh is trying to do this. Yes, there we go, Eric Hurd.
Nobody can do it justice.
Yeah, I agree. Keep that thing a graphic novel, the beauty that it is. Creatures on the Loose, is that what it is?
I don't know that answer, but somebody
34.
seems to
I'm
feel
looking
that
it
way.
up. Does it say 34? Creatures on the Loose 34?
That's what it says.
All right, here we go.
David Enrique thinks it could be Avengers 149.
So here is Creatures on the Loose 134. Pretty dope. Man-wolf cover.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that is actually really nice. And George Perez, penciler. Let's see if it has any thing here. Credited as pace setter. It says here, writer David Kraft is credited as the dude in this issue, and George is credited as the pace setter. So, what was the other one? Perez's first cover, Avengers 149. Nah, I doubt it, but it could be. Could be. Creatures on the Loose is mostly Gil Kane. Oh, it looks like.
Yeah. Sorry, these are the questions that I just don't. How do I know? That's pretty dope.
That is a cool cover. Beautiful. Doesn't say his name on it. It's all right. All right. You want to get into the market report?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, you guys. Let's do it.
What we got here?
They might be out of order, man, because that's how they come in. So
Yeah,
the numbers are correct.
We'll do a shit grab on it and see what happens.
All right.
Let's see. Where are we starting?
Jesus Christ. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. So I guess the question I have is, why do we grade this?
I don't know. People are out of their fucking mind on 181. I give up. I put me in the camp that's like, this is fucking insane. The bottom is just too high.
Did you sell a 180? Did you sell your 180?
Yeah, it should be on the market report.
What did it sell for?
I didn't catch that one.
5,500. Nice.
5,500.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's missing half the cover. Does it really need graded?
I probably wouldn't bother, but I just start. I mean, things like it just makes you know that you need to start looking at sales regardless on shit like this. Stuff that I wouldn't ever consider bothering. Like I got a GSX. It's like a 1 or 2 sitting here, right? But it, covers not. And I'm just like, at this point, there's no point not to grade it.
I get it. Do we need it graded? Like, it just takes up 4 times as much space now.
Yeah, that one, no, but
it displays no better, right? It's just me. I mean, come on, guys.
You got a blue label.
I mean, if it were incomplete and it had a nice cover, all right. But we're missing half the cover.
Yeah.
That
got sent back?
If it has the cover, it doesn't get much lower grade at this point.
Does the video game come with it? Does the arcade game come with it? Maybe it might be worth $831.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm not arguing the value of the book. Even at that point, I don't even care. But why did we grade it? All right, I'm off my soapbox. But that was it for the day on that.
Get the fuck out of here! What's going on here?
Prince Sheezer.
Carrie Fisher's personal copy.
And it says it.
That's insane.
I was looking for that book like everybody else that day, and I did read it, and it literally says on the CGC label from the personal collection of Carrie Fisher.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's it.
It's neat.
You know what I mean? And it's what's it? What's this
Prince
guy?
Sheezer.
I can't ever pronounce the Star Wars names. That's why it's hard for me to remember.
People say Zizor, but it's Shezor. It's like SHEZOR.
So Prince Sheezer,
said like that.
So that guy's in canon now, right? Because he was first.
Yeah. Let's get into that. I want to bring that up a little bit later. That's an interesting conversation to have.
The personal copy things are interesting. I know. What was it that there was the Garcia collection? I missed some long ago. I kind of wussed out on. I wish I hadn't. Were from the collection of Frank Frazetta's. Some of those things are cool. It's just that feels like an exorbitant amount.
Up to down 7 cracks me up.
But whatever. So Star Wars
be a lot fucking cooler if she did.
Yeah.
I definitely pay 4.5 then. But there's a little residue on there.
Hit that with the black light.
Yeah. All right.
She's a good soul.
You're disturbing.
Sorry.
I'm just, whatever. I guess Star Wars people are crazy. You got a one-of-a-kind piece. Whatever. Cool.
It's the Star Wars crossover thing. We said it a million times. That's why Star Wars books sell this high. Fans are crazy. It checks every box. Toys, TV, comics, whatever. It's a box checker. Now this person has it and someone else doesn't, and they can tell everybody that for the rest of their life.
Yeah, it's fair. I'm okay with that. Here's one that's interesting.
Ooh,
what's his Edge? The engineering variant.
It's
not a nice copy.
These are never going to come up. They never come up.
Well, there's not a lot. But this is a rough one.
A fucking week.
That thing's beat.
Yeah. But if you just want a copy, though, like if you're a completionist, because there's a lot of Star Wars people that are not like grade whores. This is probably the cheapest copy you're going to find.
Did you see that this sold and then somebody got a retailer exclusive of the Invasion, that Invasion book, which is so rare. Star Wars Invasion with the Yuuzhan Vong on it. The Retailer Summit copy
Oh
of
yeah,
it.
yeah. I gotcha.
Somebody got that for $25 this week.
No way.
Oh, damn.
That's a 1 in 1,000.
Damn. I saw this one. I recall this sold on Legs
Jesus
Auction.
Christ.
Yeah. That
What'd yours go for?
I want to say 350 raw
Okay.
in the auction, and there's a good chance it was a 9.8.
Yeah.
Thank
I'll bid on it now.
you, Wonderworld and Dennis, for that nice donation.
So
What's up with Kamala Khan's hair and head, and what's up with Shang-Chi's face?
I mean, I get that that's like a popular comic, and I don't see it that often. But a stack? Holy fuck! I didn't see that coming. If you just told me $500, I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? Like, damn, market's wild, dude. I fucking love it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Here's what used to be the King of Kings before Miles and the Spider people took over.
That's a big number though for a 9.4. Christ, that puts a 9.8 at 10 grand.
That's very respectable.
I mean, that 9.8 used to be like 3,500 this time last year, right?
What is the foreign version of this go for?
I'm sorry.
What's the what?
The foreign version of this go for the Panini.
I have no idea.
You got one though.
Yeah, fucking A. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, put that fucker up in a bin.
Yeah, probably. I made a grip of cash on eBay this week.
We'd seen kind
Not
of
as much
G.I.
as
Joe
Nico,
and
but-
Transformers falling a bit, but He-Man seems to be still going strong. This isn't even a
Strong.
newsstand.
Yeah. So I'd like to be honest, the 9.8s are coming up less than I think they would.
Are we done with all of the He-Man like live action cartoons, or is there like one more live action?
I thought
There's-
did the
there's-
live action
There none in the
did it
works.
get scrapped?
That sucks.
Yeah, it got scrapped.
it got scrapped a while ago. Yeah.
Well, it's
Matt told us, and he retold us. He told me, but he retold us the story after about what the original script was going to be. And let's all be happy it was scrapped.
Yeah.
It was
you've
terrible.
got two versions of animation going on right now between the Revelations and the wonky Cartoon Network style looking one.
I finished Revelation. It was fine.
I haven't had a chance to. It's on my when people leave me alone for a few hours list. An Ultimate Fallout 9.6.
Seems like a
That
fucking
sucks.
deal.
I feel like we just had the same exact book on.
They didn't pay. Buyer didn't pay.
Okay, because I
They're
remember
right back up.
the Crane autograph being in the black on the bottom down there.
It's out of order, but there was another one that sold.
Gone.
Is
Fucking book has been a curse. Goodbye. Farewell.
What book? Is that yours?
That's my book. Get the fuck out of here. I'm done.
I saw it and I was like,
Congratulations to the buyer. For me, crack it, press it, CPR it, and send it. And
there's
I
no
wish
way
well.
you don't go up to at least a 9.2 on that damn copy.
Oh, Jesus God.
That's about right.
He looked at it. It was close.
It should have went up.
It's about right.
Yeah.
I looked at it. I'll tell you what. The possibility of the 8.5 or mail damage is not. It wouldn't be worth it to me. I'd be happy with it just there. The grade's
Thank
about
you.
right.
I was just done.
Yeah.
The problem was it looked better before the very first fucking press after because it had pressable defects. It was a 9.0. And I was like, oh, fuck, let's press that bitch. Whoop. Came back 8.5. I'm like, fuck my life. Been downhill since then.
So with all the pressing,
Gone.
regrading, you broke even.
Probably maybe made like $500 with a lot of annoyance, but at least it's away from me. I paid $2,000 for it.
Yeah.
It was the bane of your existence.
It really was. It really was.
So I'm used to late number spawn being high. What's with this one? Am I missing something? A grand for number 33?
When was first Capullo? I'm pretty sure it was well before
16 or
that.
17.
Yeah.
16 or
I mean,
17.
I don't know, man.
I was just confused
and it's not a newsstand.
I was hoping somebody in the group could help me on this one.
No,
I got nothing.
no, but
might have
I'll tell you what.
might have
This
low
is
pop
still a
count.
pretty common part of the run, right?
Yeah,
Might have a low
Yeah.
pop count for 9/8, maybe.
probably does because people probably just didn't bother, and now they will. I mean, I've got a bunch of spawns from that a friend got from a garage sale in a box that smelled like cat pee, but like they're bent backwards, but like they're bagged and boarded from day one, and they're still in those cat pee bags in the garage, and I'm pulling them out, and anything that I think can get 9698, I'm grading. I might even considering doing anything with them if I think I can get 9698 out of them.
The
Somebody
chat
said
indicates
first
that
free.
Low print
Yeah.
run.
First freak.
It's also,
Really?
Yeah, there's a bunch on eBay that all say low print run.
I
and
thought it
first
was
appearance
way
of a
later, and I
freak.
thought Image First was. Is it called Image First? There's like a preview book with a picture of the freak in there before. I don't know. It probably says on that label. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Ignore me.
Yeah, but a 9.6 sold December 5th for $79. Buy it now.
So
A
this
9
was
what
probably
6
a good,
did?
A 9.6.
this is a
Yeah, I
pretty
don't
cheap
crazy.
grab.
that's a fucking score there, dude. That book is hard as hell in high grade.
Yeah.
It's just hard to find anymore. They're all gone. Like I never see those in boxes.
It's been
I
through a
used to
lot
pull
of
them out
waves of
boxes.
spec. People have been trying to grade it for a long time. I just think this was so second, third, fourth tier that they're just hard.
Yeah, I've probably got at least 3 copies at $1 bins without a bag and board. Like
Oh,
no one
yeah.
gave no one gave a shit, and the 2 or 3 probably bagged and boarded copies that I bought in person. I mean, I don't even think mid grade. I mean, the 4050 something like that. That's it. I've never seen this in good shape. So that probably is a good buy in 9.6.
Considering I sold the 40 the other day for $25, this is
Yeah,
a hell of a deal.
yeah.
This lot just, I kind of wish I'd seen it.
Damn.
Oh,
Damn.
wow.
About
Yeah.
$150 a book.
Turok's
All
bright
day.
too.
All fucking day I've taken that.
Ooh,
Oh,
That is a real nice Turok. You're right. Jesus Christ.
I mean, I don't know.
doesn't
I
look
didn't get into the
good, bad
details. It
either.
says no cutoffs, none of that stuff. But
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I mean, fuck, they look like they just like rolled off the press.
The 3
So-
most undervalued books of all time. I'm saying it. I'm putting it out there.
Fair enough, dude. I've been looking for that, especially for that Turok.
Mhm.
I mean, that's their trifecta, though, right?
Yeah.
I don't think is there a fourth? I think it's just those
No.
3 basically.
no, the other ones were later characters and they kind of suck. But these are
Yeah.
the big ones. I think I still have a Turok. I sold the Magnus because I was going to upgrade. I was at a 7 and I wanted to get to an 8, and then it kind of jumped up again. I haven't chased back.
Yeah, I got none of that stuff. Now, I fucking thought fuck Magnus Robot Fighter versus Predator. I was rooting for Predator. Fuck Turok and his chromium cover. I didn't like that as a kid. But Solar was the shit. When I was a little kid, man, that was like about, Harbinger was like
Hells yeah.
AA plus, loved it. And then Solar was like A minus, but he had like, the glow or the 3D issue, and that was the shit.
I tell you what,
90s fab.
if you can find the Dark Horse archives of Solar and Magnus, they sell pretty well.
Really? Interesting.
They do well. I actually read. I don't think I've read the Magnus yet. I think I was missing a volume for a really, really long time. But the Solar I read, it was for the age of the book. I found it real enjoyable. It's solid sci-fi. So
Nice.
and beautiful art. I mean, just the colors on it, just beautiful. Like that exterior is the interior everywhere. So, we'll see if I can find a couple of these, but
Jesus.
I don't see a ton of foreigns sell, and I saw 2 of these sell this week. This is the UK Mighty Marvel, so UK version of the first Wolverine. Let's see if I can find the other one without being.
That just reminds me, John. Will you get with Pee Wee and Rob?
I saw it. So about $350 for each of them. It's pretty good money for. We argue reprint, not reprint. Whatever. For this one, I kind of think it's in a reprint series, but I don't know. But that's good money for that particular issue because that was not one that's particularly known as scarce. So, right there. This one, I'm surprised it's still low. I mean, this book I bought and sold in the 400 range a couple years ago. I mean, it's got kind of the nostalgia going. It's got a first appearance. It's got a great cover. It just has a lot of boxes checked that it feels like it should be more.
I just don't think people know Firestar.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's just like she's not there yet.
I don't even think it's the first appearance, though. I really think to me it's the nostalgia of the show. Should sell it without.
That show was important to me as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's for sure. But there was a lot of what I consider pretty reliable spec coming out of the Hollywood Insiders that suggested that they were at least exploring a Firestar live action. So those people, and there's a ton of them who are as plugged in as me or more plugged in, are potentially buying that book for that reason, because you do not fucking see that book in boxes. I don't, at least, ever.
No, they all have been picked through a long time ago.
I remember that was $1 book for the longest time. Oh, those are the days.
Long ago. Far away. This one was for Doc Joe. I know he's looking for a high grade. It's a pretty good price because I think with 9.4 jumps to about $3,000 on you. Maybe more. One of the best Batman covers you're going to find. Find it in high grade is a tough ass book. That's actually a hell of a sale, I think, because they don't come up that often in that high grade.
I agree. Yeah, it's an opportunity.
Best homage ever.
So this bad boy.
Whee!
Nice looking copy.
Jesus, beautiful. I didn't even see that.
Yeah, it looks like it maybe was a buy it now type thing because there's only one bid.
I assume it was like a best offer.
Yeah.
Right.
You think you could have got more for that or what?
I don't know. I'd have to see the back of it. Fucking A, probably.
It's kind of a book you can name your price.
Did
you put that other picture in, Brian, or no?
What picture? Oh, I didn't. No, let me grab it real quick.
You grab it. I'll talk about the next book, but we can. I'd like to I happened to see it on a Facebook group, and I thought it was interesting. Let's see. We'll come back to that.
All right, here we go.
That one. Oh, is it up? Okay. So I saw this in the original art group that
Jesus,
somebody wrangled away the original art to that cover.
Get out of here!
Jeez, no idea how much. No idea what for.
No.
Couldn't even imagine.
It's a big number.
I honestly don't know enough. I guess I don't pay enough attention to art to even guess exactly what it would be.
That's so beautiful.
It's clean.
It is. It's clean.
Simple.
Looking at his swords and stuff, and
I mean, it's such a simple image.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's
why can't this book be? I think the wrap on this is that this book can't be reprinted. Is that why it's so expensive?
I don't know. I know that a ton of them went and were in a fire.
Yeah, that's
there just aren't many of them. Is the issue. It's the most limited of the stuff, other than the Savage Dragon thing. So,
yeah, I can't tell you if it's 200 grand or
half a fucking million is what the chat says.
There you go. So on average, I was right. I don't know if it's
I was going to say
almost
100,000. I'm way off. Holy shit!
Why does Jay say that?
I don't know. I don't know, Jay.
I don't know either. I don't think it's a bad guess. It's right in between my two guesses.
I was thinking 100,000.
Wow.
I think it's more than 100.
Yeah, me too.
That's a lot of money,
It's
man.
definitely over 100. I'd venture to say it's closer to 5.
This
The
smells
art
like the
market,
mesh.
the art market's so on fire. Who freaking knows?
Well, but you think about what the chamber sold for.
Maybe you threw in like an X-Men 4 newsstand night.
What the chamber sell for?
Some Omega Red.
A little bit more than 100, but not much more.
Yeah, which is weird.
The 9.6?
No, he's talking the art.
No, the cover.
Oh shit, that thing with the taped on top and all that.
I don't know. I don't. You could tell me. You're right. You could tell me 200K. You could tell me 700K, and neither would surprise me.
Yeah, exactly.
Also depends on who's buying it. You know what I mean? You think about like what McFarlane covers sell for. I don't fucking know. I clearly do not understand the OA market. Way above my pay grade.
Yeah, and if somebody wants to buy that from you, the first thing you do is Google their house. Right? I had a dude the first time I had somebody bought like a two books for about $4,000 on eBay, and this is 4 or 5 years ago. It was the same guy, like 20 minutes apart, and I was like, "Oh shit," because it's just kind of scary, you know what I mean? And then, to have the same buyer with like a lower feedback do that, and it's this nice big ass house in Hawaii, and I'm like, that's isn't a $2 million house. That's not that much money to this guy.
Yeah, so there's a guy in Oregon that keeps buying like big books from me on eBay. And I'm like, I'm kind of curious as to who the fuck he is at this point. Because, I mean, he's buying huge books. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
All right, Brian, I'm going to pull that down.
Yeah.
All right, where are we at? So that was an interesting kind of tandem of things to see. Where are we at here? Oh, there we go. Raw Clone Wars.
What'd that look like? Was that a steal or?
I don't know. I think almost anything like 7.0 and above for 25 is basically a steal on that book now.
It was one of those 1 in 1,000s.
I saw 9.6 on consignment for 12K.
Yeah.
Was it 9.6 or 9.8? I think it was 9.6. No, it was 9.8. I don't know. There's a big boy. 6.0. 25K.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
It's a nice looking 6.0 to me. I regret that first Baltimore when I was trying to move that Brainiac, and Trey's like, you should trade into an ASM 1. It's like, nah, dumbass.
Yeah, I left one almost that nice for $4,000, and I was like, I know someday this will be one of the saddest things I ever left behind. And I was fucking right.
Yeah.
This one just great Schomburg cover.
God damn. I mean, that colors are just
Yeah.
wow.
That's nice.
I think somebody got a steal there. I don't know what the fuck the GPA is on that book, but
No, it's a beautiful copy for what it is. Let's see. Strange Academy.
get the fuck out of here, dude. Who's Sniff Comics? He does stuff on WhatNot or something.
You know who he is.
IG or something.
Yeah,
I like
Santos.
Okay,
Is that who it is?
Yeah.
Oh, he's
I like
rebranded.
what he does with these, right? Because unlike the one fucking jackoff that wrote the book, the bodybuilder guy that puts like actual stickers on the fucking slabs.
Did you say jack off?
Yeah, he's definitely a jackoff, but he's a fan of the show, so I appreciate his support. This guy, he just puts that on there as good branding because I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Please don't tell me it's another dude that's like slabbing his own books and shit. And then I slide to the left and it's like, I was like, oh no, he just did it as branding. Now that is good branding.
Well, it's solid branding.
It is. Yeah. Unlike
Not as good as a red
sticker on my
chair,
slab, which
Not as good as a red chair.
I would be like, are you fucking kidding me?
Red chairs, black couches, you know.
Yeah.
He got 2 books in.
Damn.
That's a steal.
That's a tough 9.6.
Yeah.
That's a fucking steal. He's probably not real happy he sold that.
Well, it's kind of lulling right now.
It is a
The whole
lull.
Carnage
It's a
thing.
lull for Carnage, but god damn, is that a tough book?
Yeah. I don't toy on bidding on much, but that one I was
Though
watching.
sometimes, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, here, I'm going to sell this 9.6. And you're like, yeah, that fucking 9.6 looks like a 9.2. So maybe that was the scenario. I don't know.
What else we got here?
That's
Another
cool.
foreign.
Jesus
Newton.
Christ.
Australians have the wildest color schemes, and I think that's why they're getting a lot of attention. Is you just see it and you're like, holy crap, who was on, as Brian said, who was on shrooms when they colored that? So
Yeah, it is
that's a
all over the
solid
place,
sale.
especially with that poster and all the different colors up top.
Yeah, the Australians are really picking up steam. They used to be cheap for the world, and now they're getting up there just because people like to see the wild colors on them. As I kind of talked about from Baltimore, that the more different it looked but identifiable was what people seemed to be picking out. So,
That's
just a
tough
cool book you don't see in this grade very often.
Mm.
It's not a particularly high sale. I mean, I've seen one other copy in the 6 range raw. I just don't see it. First, Captain Adam, Ditko
Fuck
Love this
yeah.
character.
book.
Tough ass book.
I've never seen it once. No, I'm always
I've
looking
owned a
too.
few, but they were 3s and 4s.
Yeah, I was gonna say you definitely had this.
I've had a few. Not
I
a
have
6.
Had 0. Yeah,
I looked real hard and wide to find them, and it's tough, and the paper quality on it's shit.
I saw one ratty copy. This was years ago for like, and I'm talking ratty for like maybe $100, and I should have bought it.
Probably.
Do you have a Mile High one of these, John?
No,
That'd be cool.
I don't think this would have been in Mile High. It's a little newer. Maybe not. I've had some obscure Mile Highs, but not this one. Wouldn't have sold that. Another low grade for the tail end here. I don't even know what to say on that. I really don't. I guess at least the splash is okay.
Wow.
Everybody's just like, huh?
Sure.
Trash.
Okay.
That's all I got. I don't take it as
Trash.
You want to know something funny? You could probably just tear off the front page, slab it, and get like $400.
Right?
That's the kind of weird shit we're seeing these days. You know what I mean? Rather than having cover lists, people be like, "Oh, it's cool. I just paid for the first page." Just saying.
I don't have any more on that. All right, Brian, tag.
You already went through that.
Yeah, we already hit that one.
All right, so shout out to, I forget who it was. Somebody had commented on the last Cobra Commander that I thought was a Mickey Mouse, wasn't, and my bad. He is right. So I made sure to put these up. These sold this last week. One bag still in the bag with the weapon sold for $910, and one with out the weapon but really nice condition. Put a new rubber band on it. I'm sure it'll be great for $510. And then you could see up close that Mickey Mouse has the ears colored in rather than being blue behind, all blue and just the red outline. So they call it the Mickey Mouse because the ears on the Cobra or the eyes on the Cobra are colored in, or the head of the Cobra. This is interesting. We were talking about Ahsoka books. Ahsoka, I didn't know they were doing these, but this is some type of a Galaxy's Edge thing that you could have got. You could get, when you make your own lightsabers, I guess. You could have got an Ahsoka style lightsaber, and this sold for $760. I guess they retired it. So, what?
Did you? Is this something you got at Disney?
Yeah. So at Galaxy's Edge, they have a thing where you can go and create your lightsaber, and this might not be what it is. Chat, let me know if you guys know exactly what this is. But so you can go create your own lightsaber there, and you can make your own. But maybe they said you could style yours off of somebody's, regular lightsaber.
Wow.
So yeah, Ahsoka stuff is super crazy right now.
I'm on
even
that. Like that.
even her figures are just crazy. They're getting back up there. I've told the story a lot about these two figures, and both these figures sold on the same day. I remember one of my greatest memories is going to Metro Center Mall in the early 80s to on a bus with my uncle when I first moved to Arizona, and he bought me these two exact figures. He let me pick them out. I got to pick out one Superpowers and one Star Wars. The Star Wars were on. They had just put the Power of the Force figures out, and they were on their special own little like cardboard stand. And I remember picking out the Superpowers in the, grabbing the cyborg because of all the chrome. And who doesn't love, Han Solo? So these two are probably some of the most expensive figures out there. The Superpower sells for a ton carded, as you see, $1,200, 20 bids. And the Carbonite Solo will sell for a ton carded and loose. They both sell a ton loose, but even without the Carbonite, just the figure sells for a ton. So be on the lookout for those. We talk about this figure a lot. This is the blue Snaggletooth that came in the Sears Cantina stuff. There are two versions of it. One on the left, it has the dents in the boots where the lines are. And then the one on the right, there isn't any indentations on the boots. So that's the difference. So be on the lookout. I just love the way loose figures look in AFA loose, packaging. It looks gorgeous. This is crazy. I love Legend of Zelda. I love the game. I love this character in the game. Cool, funny character. But I didn't know that these things sell for this much. $4,000, 14 bids for this Legend of Zelda figure. Absolutely bonkers. Yeah. And this is cool. 1978 gold Cylon commander from Battlestar Galactica. Yeah, $1,120 on 40 bids, carded. Crazy to have something. I mean, just like having a Star Wars figure from around the same area, same time period. I've never seen this before.
Brian, remind me. I need to talk to you about it. I got a Secret Wars carded figure I was thinking about buying. But I wanted to run it past you first.
Sounds good. This I've never seen before. Winged Warrior Donatello. Never seen this Ninja Turtle before. Very interesting. $535 loose. I'm sure those wings are hard to get, hard to find on a loose figure. And then this is cool. Talking about we've talked about readful things before. There is no movie, even over Star Wars. I watched Dazed and Confused so much the summer that this came out.
Yep.
I learned how to roll joints to it. I just loved this character. I had a buddy who would not answer the fucking phone unless you called him Wooderson. He thought he was Wooderson. Like, young kids just loving a fucking movie. Absolutely love Dazed and Confused. Can quote the whole thing. That scene when they walk into the pool bar and it's got the Bob Dylan song playing, the Hurricane song, is one of the best scenes in any movie. When Wooderson's just walking in slow motion and you hear the Bob Dylan. Oh man, such a great movie. So,
saw the theater in Victorville that was here for 2 days, so we immediately went to go see it, and then they got complaints of how drunk and high all the high school kids are getting. Both going there and in the movie, obviously on the screen itself. So I was one of those 2 days that movie was in the town where my high school was.
Yeah, Richard Linklater was. This is his first, believe his first movie, and he just killed it. So many stars in that movie: Ben Affleck, Matthew McConaughey, Parker Posey, just so many stars in that movie. Their first movies. This was Matthew McConaughey's first movie, Ben Affleck's first movie, and it's funny to see Matthew McConaughey talk about that movie. It's just really good. He said he created the character based on his own brother, so I thought that was cool. Of course, the famous line, "I get older, they say the same age." They stay the same age. These Needful Things figures or Readful Things figures sell for so much. I think they're one of ones. I don't know how many he creates, but what was interesting is I saw another guy creating them, and this is a new one I haven't heard about. It is Distraction Figures, and this is a Waylon Jennings that sold for $676 for 44 bids. Kind of cool. Waylon Jennings. Who doesn't love a little Waylon Jennings? So that was interesting.
A cool new way to do art that isn't mass produced as a toy.
Amen. And guys
cool as shit.
Yeah, people are collecting.
I love it.
Yeah, hell yeah. So that was very cool. This is, hold on here. This is interesting. I talked about Transformers last week, the original Transformers from Takara in Japan. This is crazy. Master Force Grand Maximus figure sold for $1,100 on 15 bids, out of the box, used. Just bonkers.
I look at those Transformers from Japan that are like boxed, and action figures just, dude, it's a rabbit hole for me where every time I look, I'm this close to spending like thousands of dollars unless I put my phone down and fucking walk away. Particularly when it comes to the foreign figures. I don't know how you guys, like, it's self-control issues.
Yeah,
I try not to shop for them that much, to be honest with you, and I don't have local spots where I can go shop, because we all know a bird in the hand. That you already got it in your hand, you're going home with it.
Yeah.
Dude,
I
try
can say
not
no to the internet sometimes.
I do so bad. I almost bought a fucking Back to the Future VHS tape. Like, I mean, we're talking like this close. I'm just bidding, and got outbid, but like it was bad.
Yeah.
And
Don't look at those things.
yeah, it's not good, dude. I got issues. And then I sent it to Mikey, and he's like, "Oh, you probably dodged a bullet." And then the following day, he's like, "No, you fucked up."
Mego Dukes of Hazzard, Boss Hog, unopened, the Caddy, AFA
That's
80,
crazy.
$3,200 on 64. How cool is this?
I don't even know what that is, and I like it.
I had those figures when I was a kid.
So did I.
All of them.
I didn't have any of the cars though. Didn't have any of that
Wow.
stuff. Did you
How
have
could you not
the
have
cars?
cars?
I know I had a diecast General Lee. I know that.
Crazy, man. Absolutely bonkers. $3,200 for Boss Hog's Caddy. Getting into some of the card stuff, I thought this was interesting that this is a factory set of the 2003-2004 NBA year, which has LeBron, the Bosch, the Wade, the Carmelo, and the factory sealed set is selling for $900. That's so crazy to me to see a Topps factory sealed set sell for that much money from that time period. And I get it. Why? I get it. It's still bonkers. This is kind of cool. So this was, I sold this week. Debo Samuel, Panini Prism Gold Vinyl out of 5. I sold it. I had it up for $1,500. People kept making me offers of like, $300, $400, and a guy made an offer of $1,000, and I jumped on it. So this sold for $1,000 this week. So
congratulations,
nice,
sir.
Yeah, nice little card sale out there. Our good old friend, the 77 Christ. Luke, in a PSA 8 in any grade is still selling. So PSA 8, almost $2,000. So I know I've seen a lot of people.
That's the number one card, right?
Yeah. No, it's not the number one card. It's the number. Yeah, it is the number one card. Yep.
Okay. It's weird. So like with these, what the fuck do I know? But with these non-sports cards, the number one cards seem to be like the no-brainers. If you see them, you just snag them.
Yeah, because they used to be put in rubber bands. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I've seen a lot of people lately. I think Nate, shout out to Nate, Trial by Gods on IG. He put a couple raw copies up that he had found. So you might want to get those graded, bro. Just be on the lookout for that. This is crazy. So this is the world famous spectral tiger mount. You can only get this mount in World of Warcraft from the very first World of Warcraft card set in packs. And this one, and it had a little scratch off thing, and you put that in the game, and you got that mount that the character's on, the spectral tiger, and people would shit themselves for it. I mean, back then when it first came out, it was selling for like $500. This is an unscratched version, not even graded, sold for $5,400 UK sale, but still $5,400 for just the card, not graded, unscratched, of the spectral tiger mount.
So does this mean you could still use it in the game?
Yep, because it's never been scratched, so it's never been used. But I don't think that's the reason to get it anymore, because it's not that cool anymore, because back then mounts weren't as prevalent. and they didn't have really cool ones like this. Now there's thousands of mounts that you can get, and I think it's just gotten watered down. So I think the historical importance of that card is why it's selling for so much.
Wild.
So yeah, super cool. I believe it was from the Burning Crusade set, right? Was it the Burning Crusade set that these came out, which was the second expansion or the first expansion? So very early in the World of Warcraft run, but yeah, absolutely crazy. WoW at its peak. Figure Drawing says WoW at its peak was a stain on humanity. Amen. Listen, I was hooked on heroin for 10 years, and it was almost as hard to get off of WoW than it was heroin. Let me tell you.
What the fuck is? Well, WoW is World of Warcraft.
Yeah, fucking A, man. My friends still fucking text me and go, "Hey, you want to come get something to eat? Or are you mining gold, asshole?" I just be like,
"Shots fired."
You out there flying on some stupid dragon, you dickhead.
Yeah, so I missed World of Warcraft. I'd like peaked early with my video games. Thank God. It was like Doom and the bulletin boards, like were with dial-up computers. You know what I mean? Because I'm that fucking old.
Yeah.
And then by the time it was like Castle Wolfenstein, and by the time all that shit was over and computers got better, it was World of Warcraft. It could have been as bad for me as it was for you.
Tony Hawk and GTA was my apex.
Yeah, I remember Tony Hawk, and I used to just, if I didn't hit that first couple tricks, I just start, select, restart, start, select, restart. Yeah,
100%.
So I went. When I first got hired on, and when I was doing my space and defense stuff, I go to my first week, and my job was to watch these. They would put satellites in these huge vacuums, right, and then run it really down low temperature, really high temperature. And so part of my job was I'd have to go home, and at night from home, log into a computer and watch those temps all night. I had to be on watching them the whole time. So the first couple nights I was doing it, I'm like, man, I'm falling asleep. So I asked my coworker, who's like 60 at the time, I go, how do you fucking stay awake? I try watching movies, or I try, but I fall asleep. He goes, dude, you got to play a video game. I go, what? You play a video game? He goes, yeah, dude, I'm ranked in Counter-Strike. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? So I tried playing Counter-Strike, and I was like, fucking, I got out of first-person shooters during GoldenEye, and I was like,
yeah,
I'm not fun of those anymore. Yeah. And so I was like, what game should I play? And my buddy goes, dude, just fucking, did you like Zelda? I'm like, yeah. He goes, try World of Warcraft. And it was just like instant.
Game over.
Like, this game is fucking amazing, man. It's so much fun. The best thing about World of Warcraft is the social aspect. And I know that sounds crazy, but there's this social aspect that happens in that game that's like no other game at the time. That was just amazing, and it was a lot of fun. Brian used to be Homer Simpson. It's funny. The friend who said try to play World of Warcraft, his gaming name was Evil Homer. That's funny.
That's funny.
The best part about World of Warcraft was
there you go, Carter. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother.
The best part about World of Warcraft was the South Park episode.
Oh yeah, man.
What the world?
I Warcraft? Dude, every World of Warcraft fan loves that episode.
Yeah, and my uncle was who was significantly older than us was pretty deep into it, and he was even doing like cartoons, like comic strip, like little quick like cartoons. But like if you didn't play, which I didn't, you have no fucking idea like what the joke means. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was no way. And when he kind of lost everything in life for the most part, all he had left was the world of Warcraft. That literally became his world.
Yeah, dude. There's a social aspect to it that is amazing. I still have friends, online and stuff that whenever they're in town or something, hey, I'll be in town. You want to get some lunch? Yeah, from World of Warcraft days. It's crazy.
I always wondered as a small child who the fuck was one letting me download nudie pics on the bulletin boards. Like, who are the fucking sickos that just leave this shit out there? Like, I'm like fucking 12. I'm like, like, ooh, push. And two, who the fuck were these people that I was just like, demoralizing in online video games, like in the early days of like Doom Online. You know what I mean? Like, who are these people?
So this was a really cool sale. I'll keep an eye on that stuff. All right, here's some cool stuff. Here's a G.I. Joe that I love. I love this roadblock. A lot of people don't know about it. They recalled it because of the machine gun launcher toy thing. They had to change the color of it, I think, and make it like a neon color or something. I can't remember exactly what it is, but do you remember what it is, Carter? What they changed on this?
That I have no clue about. That's
I can't
hella
remember.
interesting.
I think it has something to do with the color or something. I'm not 100% sure, but let's see.
Yeah, around the 90s, the toys started getting a little bit more pussified, so you had to kind of like neon everything up.
Just let the child choke.
36 bids, $625. Not graded, but still carded in a star case, which is nice. Really cool. Here is another one. This is pretty cool. This is remember how I talk about the bootleg figures? This is the Polish bootleg of Boba Fett.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool, dude.
Hell yeah.
And this is where, see, now I'm fucking in trouble. You start talking about weird foreign fucking toys.
Does it come with the solar powered flashlight?
Boba Fettsky.
Look at that, dude. Even got the little thing on the bullet missile on the back.
So, I bet it fires.
Yeah. 1994 Polish bootleg Star Wars Boba Fett. So this came out at the same time as the second run of Power of the Force figures. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. Wow. $830 on 50 bids for that one. Okay, so this is something that I've been kind of holding close to my chest for a while. I don't want to talk about it, but it's gotten so big it's worth talking about. So gas trading cards. All right. So these guys decided to make trading cards based on like new heroes, right? Like Elon Musk, Satoshi Nakamoto. You can see Julian Assange. They did the CryptoPunks card. Jack Dorsey, head of Twitter.
Get the fuck out of
Richard
here.
Branson. And they all did them, to Jack Ma. They all did them to a certain amount, and they did them. There's the Elon Musk based on the the skybox design. They did them. 90. Yeah, there's Diplo.
Dude, these are fucking great.
That's Diplo right there as the 90 hoops. There's Julian Assange as the 79 OPC, the Gretzky year.
I mean, these are fucking exceptional.
Yeah, Vitaly Buterin, who created Ethereum on the Score hockey set, the Martin Brodeur year. Nicky Diamonds. There is Jeff Bezos. How about that? There's the guy who created Twitter, Jack Dorsey. And then, whistleblowers. There's there's Snowden, Chelsea, and
crazy, dude. So what happened? Tell us more.
So this is the whole set, as you can see, and it sold for $8,250.
Jesus Christ, how many sets are there? Who
There's
did it?
not. So they did only a certain amount of certain card, depending on how many sold. So
yeah, it looks like some of them were as short as 500 there.
Yes. Yep.
I didn't look at them all.
Yeah, they are awesome. They're still going. It's gas, G period, A period, A S period. I love how they did a Marsha Lucas card, right? And it's like the stickers from the first series of Star Wars. If you guys don't know the story of Marsha Lucas, George Lucas did her dirty big time. So they showed her some love.
Yeah, they got Nicholas Tesla on there. I mean, these are just fucking wild, dude.
Yeah,
I like these.
So these things, and I love this one. How yeah, that was the newest one. The newest one, the Scott Rogowski one. So, but yeah, there you go. I mean, really, really cool stuff. Sold for a lot. These are all the cards, which is crazy. And you have a chance. Every one you buy, you have a chance to get. They do Chrome versions that are numbered, and you have a chance to get those. You have a chance to get one of ones, all kinds of stuff. They have a chance to get signed ones. They went to the people that they made and had them sign them. So you have those chances. Yeah, really, really cool stuff.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Cool shit.
Yeah.
Where do they originate? Like,
yeah, who the fuck is GAS? What's that stand for?
Yeah, so let me go here. The 33 Winklevoss and 2 checklists have been shipped by gas. Yeah, the Winklevoss hasn't come out. So let's take a look at the history.
The old Winklevosses.
Trading cards. I'll give you the whole spiel.
Meta Zuckerberg.
Yeah, I love it when people can't even like wait to get shit to sell it.
Yeah.
Like once I get the whole set, you can have it. I swear. If you pay me $8,500.
God damn.
Where is this shit? Why
I
am
mean, that
not
shit's
finding
cool,
it?
but it is not. And I repeat, it is not $8,500 cool.
The thing is,
And I like politics.
if they hadn't printed them and they made NFTs, they'd be worth $8 million.
Oh,
The issue is a
but
lot of
because
them
you
are
can
like-
actually own them, they're worth less money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe for that reason I should support him. You're probably right, Sean. It's just a matter of principle.
Yeah.
So yeah, here's their Instagram. Go check out their Instagram. That's where they announce all the new cards and stuff. So here you go.
Wow.
Good stuff. Here they got people signing cards, and these are all the different cards. Really cool stuff. Here's Diplo signing a bunch of his cards. So absolutely crazy. All right, this is we talked about this last week. We talked about the dark helmet, and then I found you can get the whole set.
Oh Jesus.
It's got all of them. It's
Oh,
got
wow.
Princess Vespa, Dot Matrix, Yogurt, Dark Helmet, Lone Star with Medallion, and Bart. And sold the whole set 1 through 5 sold for $750. So
When was that made?
this year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, these are new. I just started seeing these. Super cool. We showed this one last week.
Yeah.
This is interesting. A unused Macho Man card back. As you can see here, no glue, no nothing. Sold for $710. Just the
God
card back.
damn.
Wow.
So, yeah. This is cool. I don't know why this is selling for this much. I know PandaCon has become a huge thing, but $1,800 for a loose PandaCon?
Wow.
Why is this selling
That's
for
fucking
so
bananas.
much?
I had those when I was a
Weapons,
kid. I
maybe?
remember
Who
that.
knows?
Yeah, it's got all the weapons, but I don't. That is crazy. Chat,
Is
do
it-
you know why?
Could it maybe be the smile? Does he always have that weird ass smile?
I don't know. Let's see what
Maybe
it
he
says
doesn't
here.
always have teeth. I mean, dude, like I had that when I was like
The
10.
toys, I guess. He's supposed to be 8 feet tall in real life too. He's a panda.
I support
Yeah.
pandas.
I don't know why PandaCon sells for that much as a toy, but I know that some of those books really, really jumped up last year. I think it was
Mm-hmm.
really, really jumped up. So yeah, I don't get it. I don't know. I don't. Sean says it shows that it was relisted. Shout out to Sean Kirkham, big clutch in the house.
Yeah.
Dropping that Omni Man heat. But I hope this wasn't relisted. That's a bummer because I'm thinking I have a couple loose in my tub back there. I was
Yeah,
hoping that this might
yeah.
sell for that much.
There's the
Man, if
link
it sells for
for
half of that
relisted.
much, take it.
Where is
We
it?
listed this item right above the picture.
Yeah,
yeah.
you can see. You can click the link.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that. That's a bummer. Yeah, $28. That
Son of a
sucks.
bitch.
Sorry, buddy.
That sucks. Oh, crashed all my hopes. Fucking big clutch. Why you got to do that, bro? That ain't cool. That
It
ain't
literally
cool,
said
man.
it on your screen.
Yeah, that ain't fucking cool.
At least someone pays attention.
Yeah. All right. How about
Not
this
us.
one? So I've talked about this before. This is a tough figure because of one reason and one reason only. That fucking mic.
Well,
Usually when you see this figure, you just see it there with just the hole. And if you have it with the mic and in good condition, the first one from the Mauler tank, it goes for $700 on 18 bids. Beautiful condition on this one.
bananas.
Yeah. So that's why, those accessories are so important. And then last thing to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, the Ovechkin is available for
Woo!
bid.
Bring them out. Bring them out.
Yeah. So we are at 23 bids right now for just under 4,500. It's got me kind of worried. I'm like, whoa.
Don't be worried.
It's early.
So we've got it's got 5 days left, just under 6 days left. So we'll see how it goes. Here we go. He is on pace right now for 50-50. And for those of you guys
no
that don't know
shit.
what that is, that means 50 goals in 50 games, which is bonkers, crazy, hard to do. Who was the last person to do it? I think it was Brett Hull.
Brett Hall.
Yeah. So, yeah, really, 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 really tough.
I mean, think
thing
about
to
how
do.
fucking insane that is. Brett Hall hasn't played since like what, 2002?
Yeah, and this guy's almost 40 years old. He's 37 years old, I
It's
think.
fucking crazy.
Yeah. So, pretty dope. I like how it's a low number. I forgot that it was number 44. So I consider that an eBay 101 because 4 + 4 is 8, and that's his number. So
eBay 101, baby.
eBay 101, baby.
Yeah.
But the other interesting thing is, so they put this up, and you can go, okay, let's see by lots. Well, the next lot, boom, the Crosby. The Crosby is outperforming my expectations. It's already at 2,000. Crosby is on a tear right now. I think he's had like 10 points in like 3 games or something like that. It's just absolutely bonkers. It's crazy to see how young they are. Look at how young Sidney Crosby is.
He already
Pardon
won a
me.
Stanley Cup, right?
He's won 3.
Absolutely.
He's won
Holy
3. Yeah.
Shit.
He's a beast, dude.
So good old Crosby. I think if this got regraded, it would come back a 10 in PSA. I really do. I don't see anything wrong with it. The corners are super sharp.
Jesus.
But the one card that I do have there, which I'm a little worried about, and I was always a little worried about, is my Chrome Kobe that is there.
Huh.
And it is
Why?
only at 350 because it's a PSA 8, and I'll show you why. It's a beautiful card. The centering is really nice. It's a little off-centered left to right, just a tad.
Okay.
But that corner right there.
Yeah.
It's got a
Can't
little
see
bit
it
of
for
corner.
shit.
Yeah, got a little bit of a corner ding. So that's at 350 right now, but there is 3 other Kobe's there, and they're all PSA 9. So I'm not surprised. But yeah, so really looking forward to this. I will put links in the description below so you guys can follow along and see what it ends at. Let's all
See if
throw some-
McClay's partying in 5 days or if he's
You will be, buddy.
soaking his wounds and
Christmas bonuses haven't come in yet. You're gonna be all right.
Yeah, right. Louis Olivo says Gretzky did 50 and 39. Amen, he did. 50 and 39 games. That will never be done again, ever. There's certain records that will never be broken, ever. So that is the market report, ladies and gentlemen. Bing, bing, boom, boom. You guys ready for pickups? Who wants to go first?
I go.
All right, I got to go take a quick break.
I actually bought crap.
Ooh.
Yeah. I wasn't sure I was going to buy anything. So I bought these because that guy is the villain in the Spider-Verse thing. And that's his full appearance because, now, like, if Key Collector says this is the right book, then somebody else has to say this is the right book or vice versa for, like, 20 years on Instagram and annoy the fuck out of me.
It's called Spec Spite.
Oh, Christ. Anyway, so I think it's 94, 95, 97, and 98. I'm just buying them all. I'm going to fucking sell them all to all you guys. And whoever's winning the Invincible Iron Man 7 or Invincible Iron Man 9 at the time, they can fucking pay the premium. And whoever's losing, they can get a good deal. I don't really care. I'm still buying these guys. I think she's apparently going to be the villain in Captain America 4. Also, the showrunner indicated that from the Falcon Winter Soldier series indicated that they like Deathlock. So George Perez's first work may get some time in the sun. I think we will see, I hope, in the Doctor Strange movie, some of the What If characters, and my hope is that we see Captain Carter. So I picked up this fucker on the off chance that happens. And it is very pretty. Yeah. Paid $100 for that ish, $100 for this ish, which I thought at this point is real fucking nice. look how nice this Pip the Troll is for $100. I never thought I'd be excited to pay $100 for a fucking Pip the Troll, but
Right?
God damn, is that a nice copy, right?
Yeah.
So I got my hope is they're as funny as you'd think. Grab this one. I think it was like $50 or $60.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, it's a real nice copy.
Love Multiple Man.
Yeah.
Such a great character.
Yeah. I've been buying those, McClay. $10 all day. I'll take as many as you can get for $10. $30
What are those still
for this.
$10?
I know, right? I was like, you got any more? $30. I thought that was a fucking deal too. And then Abigail Brandt. I think I paid. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know. I think I want to say I paid 15 and then 30.
I gotta get
which
my
I
run
never thought I would pay that amount. I've got a ton of them already. But if the news that it's the Mother of Dragons in the Secret Invasion is true, that fucking this will be a $1,000 9.8.
Mother of Dragons, you're referring to Amelia Clark from
Correct.
Game of
Yeah.
Thrones.
Yeah. $50 a piece. I didn't think that was possible either. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Down Market, Steel City. People are just like giving books away. $100. I asked Carter if he knew about the first Simpsons, and then he made a racial epithet about African American people that was inappropriate. Not appropriate. Carter.
That's what it looks like in.
I do not think that that's true. They are yellow people.
Racist caricature. That's what it looks like.
They're
Which is racist too, right?
I don't know. It's all bad, but he made it very awful. I just liked it when it was The Simpsons, and you had to make it like a bad thing. Make me feel. I got fucking white guilt, man.
All the emojis are default yellow.
Exactly. Yeah, like the emojis. Simpsons. And can you fucking believe I paid $100 for this? I was just like, all right, yeah, I'll take that. Shit. Done. Anyway. I was excited. I'll keep buying and selling stuff. What the fuck?
All right, who's next?
I'll go before I fall asleep because I'm up late.
Old man.
I did want to start. I didn't get to show them
Great
last
shirt.
week. I got these books from Sean's auction. They were here last week, but I fell
So
asleep.
jealous of that.
Also got this guy. So thank you for everyone.
That's super clean. That one's from Andy Tomberlin, and the Indie Spotlight, and the other one was from Drew at One Comics. Those are their donations.
Yes.
2 of their donations, anyway.
I finally got my first set of these in. The foil. Somebody asked in the chat when I originally had said we'd heard it was 100. There is 100 that were the Lamole stickered and Duran signed somewhere in the back end. Somebody still did get fired. There's all kinds of stories still coming out. I think the real number's around 1,000, but who knows? It seems to be a shit show.
You're gonna sell me.
Information.
You're gonna sell me your under copy of that other book, though, right?
Sure. Two more. I don't know. I don't think I've shown these. I haven't made it awake on pickups in a while. I talked about this one before, the Baltimore, but I got it in and haven't shown it off. So first,
it's fucking awesome.
Loki Brazil and Mexican Green Lantern 1.
Wow.
2 versions of this. So this is the earlier version. So yeah. And I did buy the Sandman trade paperback set, so I'm gonna read that over the holidays.
Oh, dude, you're gonna love it.
So that's me.
Good stuff.
All right, who's next? Carter?
I got 3 books that I'm going to talk about, just 3. So I got this in the mail a little while ago. Howard the Duck, #1. I had the 1 in 25 variant of this a long time ago, and I let it go. And I regretted it ever since. But this is the next best thing. So the Howard the Duck #1 second print featuring Gwenpool. All right, now we got to talk about this. What the fuck? What is this? 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 Smosh. What is this? I don't know what this is. I came across this. I was asking George. I was asking Nico about this.
I fucking wrecked my car trying to figure out what that shit was.
This looks like some stoner shit to me. We have a Boxhead Man, and We have number 4. These are both variants.
Great
And
homages.
number 5, so Detective 27 and Action Comics number 1 homage covers. And I tried my bestest to get as much info on this as I could. I tried to look up the print run. The only thing I could find was the print run on number 4. No, on number 1. On number 1, I couldn't even find any info on these. And I looked at my eBay archive site, and these have gone for around $100 a piece at certain times. You know what I mean? So the print run on number 1 was about 5,000. So I had to imagine these are very low print run. And on top of that, these are variants. So I don't know how many of these are printed at all. So Smosh number 4 and number 5 variants. And they can maybe possibly go for $100. I don't know. But it just looked ridiculous enough for it to catch my eye. And we picked these up for cover price. And we have some we'll have some really good stuff next week.
Boom.
I like how you're so confident you're just going to find it.
Leg, you got anything?
Yeah. Real quick. So I'm gonna show a couple books. I'm running Star Wars auction on Thursday night, so I got some good stuff throwing up. Like a Thrawn one, a Vader, some Darth Maul 1/100s, number 1s, 2s, Vader variants, Kanan 12s, Newsy Star Wars 107. Some of these guys they'll be running up. Probably a Clone Wars one gonna go up.
Bang bang.
So anybody want to follow me on WhatNot? That's my auction that's going on Thursday. If you could, and there's a whole lot more stuff. But beyond that, yeah, I got in my. I decided to order a bunch because I figured it'd be good specs. So I got the GameStop spawns. So what
was the condition like?
And King spawns. I'm sorry.
What was the condition like?
You know what? I got 5 of each, and I haven't pulled them out of these poly bags. I think it definitely helped. The poly bags aren't really slick, so they kind of seem to. They were in a padded envelope, like a big, thick padded envelope, and there is the flimsy backboard inside the poly bag at least, right? Not okay from GameStop, so they didn't slide around too much. So I think because I got 10 comics. I think maybe they survived a little better than other people. I didn't even know what it was. I was like, did I get a trade paperback to read or something? Because it was, sort of like that. So anyway, so I grabbed those spawns. I think you can still buy them online for like $6. I think they're like 30 on eBay. So whatever. Once I cut them open, I definitely want to see if I can grade them. After the auction, Drew sent me a pizza dog.
Nice.
So you gotta love that. Thanks to Sleepy John, who sent me some Werewolf by Nights with the Perillo with the loincloth thing going on. I don't know which is first right here. So yeah, those are great. And for the price of beers is actually what he decided was I was going to pay him for those because I was going to take them off his hands. This was super cheap, and if you guys remember, this didn't used to be super cheap. And so that's the Harley. I don't know what year this is. Maybe 2012 or 13, but it's the Steampunk Harley number 3. And I remember actually getting this off the rack for maybe $7 and thinking I was rich selling it for $25 the day it came out. And found that for a deal on WhatNot because I thought I had it for $1 actually, and it didn't cost a whole lot more than that. I did go with the Scorpions. The Delato Street Fighters.
Nice.
It depends. I'm picky on store variants because of the price, and you can't buy them all, even though there's a lot of great art.
Yeah.
I love Delato. I had to go with these. They are numbered. They're both they're numbered with COA up to 400 each.
That's
So
a
I
no-brainer.
grabbed,
Yeah,
I
smart,
grabbed,
dude.
I grabbed 2 each of those.
I got a set, and my youngest saw them and basically took them for his room. They're in a nice double frame though, so at least
Okay,
they're
there
kept
you
up.
go.
But he's like, "Those are awesome, Dad. I want them." Stupid.
So what
Smash
else do I have
Brothers.
here? Another whatnot. It was $100 slab buy, but I'm not. This book hasn't. Its day's gonna come back around.
Oh, that's a good deal.
Any of these Harley ones, a Deadpool one, something like that. And if it's gonna go cheap, I'm gonna buy it. It's pretty much how that's gonna go. The last 3. Shout out to Josh over there from International Comics. He ran a really amazing WhatNot sale and almost like an educational class on the foreign stuff. Like I had to look up ones going on. So this is the French Spider-Man 7 with and it looks nicer than it does is what I'm showing you on the screen. The
Looks
purple,
pretty fucking nice, dude.
yeah, purple. Really, I mean, the color looks better than it's coming through on the screen. I would think. But
I
the
mean, it
purple
looks
is just
nice.
absolutely beautiful. I think
Yeah,
he's
it
in
looks
there.
real
Thanks,
nice.
dude.
French
Yeah.
is the romance language.
There it is. It is the
Right.
French romantical
Parlez-vous.
Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Gwen in here. And then so I got that from him. Also, this is the Italian version of the Edge of Spider-Verse #2. It actually contains. He says it contains 1 through 5. So that means you're going to get the Penny Parker first appearance, etc. In that. So, yeah. He's selling and giving lessons on buying, and apparently this was the steal. Is the 189 Batman from Brazil, and he says this is a very, 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 very difficult book to get. And
Any of those old Brazilian Batmans, man, that stuff has been sitting in Brazilian heat and humidity for
yeah, he was going for it, man. So I love the lessons he was learning. I bid on a lot of his stuff. Mr. Longshort and I were in some bidding battles for some of these things, and apparently we have similar tastes. But I was glad to come away with those 3. So yeah, really, really, really nice stuff, man. So yeah, so thanks, Josh. Everybody follow at International Comics on WhatNot, and you can actually
trying
like
to watch
take
his auctions, and
lessons.
it's too damn late for me at my old ass.
Yeah, it's hard to watch them all. And you know what? I would have got more stuff, but like my wife kept talking. So
You can't look at your phone for 2 hours straight.
it's on my iPad, and I just left it on. I just leave it on. And it's just sitting there, and I'm sitting here trying to like look her in the eye, but hit the big button. I'm like, it's like sitting on the couch. We were sitting outside, just sitting on the couch outside. And I'm just like hitting. So anyway,
So real quick, I want to shout out Brian, who gave a $4.99 super chat and asked, group opinion, is Black Cat and Mary Jane #1, 1 in 50 worth $89 on FOC orders? Is this a key for future? I don't think orders will be huge on this book. And for those of you guys that don't know, that is the Adam Hughes book that's coming out. Yeah. Black Cat and Mary Jane #1, right? Is that the one that you're talking about?
I would, Brian, on any book like this, one thing I would do is pay attention to how many stores are going to do store variants, because if there's 25 different store covers, they're ordering 3,000, and then they're 3,000 copies minimum. They're probably going to get the 1,500 of the Virgin, and 4,500 divided by 50. So they're going to get 90 copies of that each. So there's a strong possibility if there's a lot of store variants for it, it's going to end up being a lot less rare than you think. So you might want to.
That's why that 1 in 50 or whatever that was the #1 book on the Hot 10 sucked.
Oh, that's something we got to talk about.
Can we talk about
That's actually
something
not
that's awesome?
I mean, that's only mediocre Hughes too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's trash. I wouldn't fucking pay for that.
It's
But
not. You know what it is? It's a former sketch that he did that they asked him for something. He said, I can give you something to throw on a cover. I've done a Mary Jane and a Black Cat sketch before.
I like it. I mean, I'm glad it's a 1 in 50. I'm rather, but I don't. I think 80 double ratio is probably high in this book.
Yeah.
I think 89 FOC is probably high. I think there'll be a lot of them around that day. I think it's nice enough, I think, to stay around ratio that day.
Yeah,
But
I think you can catch some cheaper if you wait.
Yeah.
All right. This is important. I have 20 free tickets to a Pittsburgh Comic Con, and I want to give them away. So it's a swap meet. This is can we zoom in on me? I'll put this on the IG. But this is what our buddy, who was our buddy in the live chat that was talking about this? I don't remember. Somebody. But if you're in the greater Pittsburgh area, the first responders, firefighters, military veterans, you're all going to get in free anyway. But if you're just a bum like me who loves comics, and Carter, then we would like to give you some free tickets. So this is what I want you to do. If you just share this this ad that I'm going to put on IG on your comic book Instagram page for your other, Pittsburgh comics people, and tag me in it, and by me I mean Tales from the Flipside, because I've abandoned my own personal IG for purposes of Tales from the Flipside. Then we will next week give away 5, 10? How about we give away 10 tickets, 2 groups of 5 to 2 winners. Carter wants to compete. He's very excited.
I'm not competing. I'm getting one. Fuck that.
We're going to have fun. We're giving away free stuff. Yeah. Nerdbox is advertising it. Justin. Nerdbox. Those are nice guys. Very nice gentlemen. The Brad Selden. I didn't like you much to begin with, but the Yinzers comment, you're back in my good graces. I'm just kidding. We're going to have fun. It's going to be good. There's going to be lots of people there, deals to be had. And the gentlemen that run the convention from Pop Culture in Pittsburgh are the best of the best. Ken at Pop Culture is just a true gentleman. Got an awesome store, overpays people for toys and comics when they bring them in, and underprices books routinely. And this is just like an event for people who love comics to get together and kind of sling books. Not no foam swords, no taffy, no weird shit. He's just down to help. Seriously,
I get that reference.
You know what I mean? And gave me all these tickets to give away. So we'll be doing that.
Nice. Hell yeah. So you're just going to give them away at the con? People show up and hit you up?
I'll mail them to people. I'll overnight them to people. Like, I'm in. You know what I mean? Let's talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want tickets? Tell me why. I'll give them to you. What the hell do I care?
So another shout out real quick to Drew over at WhatNot Comics, who is out there living the life, hanging out with the Stormtroopers in Orlando. I heard these guys are actually kind of funny. These dudes that play these Stormtroopers are actually kind of funny. They pick on people and make fun of people, which is hilarious. But it's cool that he's got his High Republic cover at Star Wars. So shout out to Drew at WhatNot Comics. Got to hang out. I saw him hanging out with Stein, who is also in Orlando. Stein took the week off from the Hot 10 this week, and they met up. It just so happened that Drew was staying in the hotel across the street from the one Stein was staying in. So that's true. At the same exact time.
And just real quick, because I didn't say anything this time, there is Comic-Con Revolution this weekend in Ontario, California, not Ontario, Canada. And WhatNot Comics, so Drew, which he rarely does, is actually setting up a table there. Mm-hmm. And if you want rare books and variants, this is a dude that has them. And he's also, as you can see in this picture, in Florida. So I don't think his boxes have all been repriced yet. So there could be a treasure trove sitting there waiting for people. And so like if you can come out, I'll be there sometime in the morning. And Big Clutch is setting up there too in a different booth. So Sean's gonna have a booth there. Drew's gonna have a booth. I definitely don't think they've ever set up at the same show. I'm going to dig, to tell you the truth. So, Anyway, just give a shout out to the two friends of the show. We'll be selling in Ontario, California this weekend, and you can buy tickets online. It opens at 10 in the morning on Saturday. And actually, if you buy your tickets online ahead of time, which is like between now and Wednesday or Thursday, you can get in at 9 a.m. supposedly. We all know how cons go when they say that shit, though. They're never prepared at that early in the morning. But anyway, that's what they tell you on the internet. So Comic-Con Revolution should be fun.
Hell yeah. Also, real quick, shout out to Johnny K in Australia. He hit me up with a cool message. Had a cool conversation that I've planned with him. So shout out to Johnny K, good dude out there in Australia. Also, this is kind of interesting. So shout out to the one and only Vinny Kumar. He hit me up and he goes, "Hey man, I sent that card that you pulled in that group break, the PSA, and I don't know if people know about this, but here." Now, again, this comes from the Clutch Collectibles Discord server. This is a private Discord server where we kind of invite only people to join us on group breaks, razzes, raffles with comics, collectibles, sneakers, all kinds of fun stuff, clothes, whatever, you can kind of flip and make money on and help other people do the same, and also help people, fill holes in their collections. If you want to join, just hit me or Dino from the Flipside up on Instagram. You'll see it scrolling below shortly. But again, this is a crazy box. We have one big hit that I just kind of wanted to highlight and a fun card coming up at the end. So here we go. Rookie. All right, Harrison Bader. Now we're into the Chrome. We've got Adrian Morjan. There's a Kyle Tucker prospect card. We've got a Victor Robles Scouts Top 100 insert. Ooh, we got some gold. It looks like, and it might be. Well, I'm not going to say anything. Birthdays, Joey Gallo. All right, I'm going to save our hit. All right, we got a hit coming up. These are more paper. Greg Deichmann, first Bowman, Jose Trevino, Johan Mises, Jamani Jones. This is back to the paper. You've got him in the chrome and paper. Chrome and paper. All right, here we go. Now to our hit. All right, it's a Philly. No, oh wow.
It's an
you guys
angel.
know who that is? Yeah, you guys know who that is. This is going to be a big card here, boys. Boom! Shohei Ohtani,
baby.
30 out of 50 gold auto. So, ladies and gentlemen.
You ever held $100,000 in your hand before? Holy shit.
Yeah. I held $100,000 in my hand and then put it in an envelope and sent it to Vinny Kumar.
Wow.
Shout out Vinny Kumar. Killer community member here for Flipside. Been here a long time, and he hit me up last week, and he goes, "Hey man, I graded that." And I go, "Oh yeah, nice." I sent it in a PSA, and he goes, "Yeah man, he sent that in the PSA, and it came back a 10."
That's fucking insanity, dude.
Do you think it'll go for six figures?
I think it will. And guess what he's thinking about doing with it, you guys. So we're gonna have Vinny Kumar on. Maybe we'll try to get him on next week. We'll check his schedule, talk to him. I tried to get the Golden guys on today. I was really working to try to maybe get both those guys on at the same time. We'll see if we can do it, because Vinny is thinking about maybe calling up the Golden guys.
Jesus.
And let me tell you guys something.
Taking next year off.
I'm taking next year off. Yeah.
Dude,
let me tell you something.
He's a big baller though, isn't he?
He is, that's for sure.
I mean, dude, every time I look at his Instagram page, it's like him with I don't know, fucking Beyonce and Inspector Deck and fucking,
yeah, he's having fun.
Yeah, I mean, he does good.
So let me.
Wasn't he at the art auction where they shredded the fucking Banksy?
I think so, yeah. So this box, I ordered a case of Bowman Jumbo 2018 and a case of Topps Chrome 2018 Jumbo right as COVID was starting. And so I had 8 boxes of each. And this was the first box I pulled out of the case. I wish I would have pulled a different box because this card would be mine right now. It's okay, though. Went to my boy Vinny Kumar. I put it in a PSA, a nice padded envelope, and I even insured it for like $15,000, I think, at the time. And then Shohei went and had the year of all years for a baseball player. And this card went from probably a $12,000 card to maybe a 6-figure card.
Yeah, Doc says a BGS 9.5 is listed at 120.
Okay,
and
so
we all know the PSA 10 is going to get more.
When you do those breaks, like it's already bought, right?
Yeah. So what I did is I haven't done this forever. I'll be honest, I haven't been doing cards in a long time just because I haven't been able to get any. So I've kind of bowed out. Boo. But back when I could get them, we all could get them. We used to do breaks on the Discord server, and I would put up a box. You'd put up a box, and you would either do a team break or a per pack break. And I did a per pack break on this, so I put up each pack for $20. So he paid $20 for that pack, and pulled that card. And guess who was right after this? Who could have got Stein was one person after this, or one person before it. So you randomize it, and it, yeah. Teenage Mutant Greg. Yeah. Yeah. If a 9.5 BGS is listed at 120K, then a PSA 10 has got to be at least that, right? If not more. Jesus. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. That's so I'm very happy for Vinny Kumar. Much respect to him, and much respect to anybody out there that does breaks and then has enough respect for themselves and the people that are part of their community to send out those big cards, because I've seen people out there that have figured out ways not to send out the card, right? And you send out, if I didn't send out that fucking card, I wouldn't be able to show my face in this community, let alone walk around, at cons and shit. So
it's all that's ever mattered, man. When it comes to buying and selling, it's fucking integrity in
anything. So shout out to everybody out there that's ever pulled $100,000 card and sent it out. Yeah. So absolutely bonkers. Yeah, absolutely bonkers.
Fucking amazing, Brian.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. Other than that, you guys got anything else? No. Yeah, nothing I can think of. So we'll call it a night, you guys. Thank you for hanging out. Remember, we have Comic Book Women tomorrow night, the Playbook Boys Wednesday and Thursday, and Hot 10 on Friday, and Monocomic Mayhem on Saturday. We will see you guys next time. Peace.